YouTubers, in today's video we're going over the stats in Tales Noir. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video is greatly appreciated. Also, if you would like to play Tales Noir on your PC, go ahead and click my affiliate link down below in the description box and the comment section. It helps support the channel for free and it is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys and girls. I made a new account just so I could do this on PC because again, my main is on my tablet and I can't get it transferred over. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go over the stats. Some of these can be really confusing. I mean, there's a ridiculous amount of stats. It's like pages and pages. It's like the next Harry Potter novel over here. Some of these are pretty obvious and some of them are not. So I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but the strength, intelligence, mind, special basic stats, and these have to do with your character's class. So for this class, we are playing a warrior. So you'll see that strength is highlighted in green. This is what we want to buff. We're actually getting buffs to all of these additional stats. You'll see physical attack, physical defense, and hit, grants knights extra HP, NM defense, magic defense. If you're a mage class, it'll be intelligence. If you're an archer class, it'll be agility. If you're an assassin class, I believe it will be stamina. And if you are a musician, I believe musician is mind. Let's take a look at the offensive stat. We have max attack and min attack. You'll see the P. The P represents physical. So a warrior will do physical damage. If we were, say, a mage class, you would see the M in front of it, so it'd be M attack, meaning we do magic damage. It'd be our magic attack. Next up we have penetration, P pen and M pen, physical pen, magic pen, reduces the enemy's physical defense. It helps you break down your opponent's defense and really get in there and do a lot of damage. We got our physical crit, magical crit. This is just our crit damage bonus again. Final damage, and then sharp blade. So these are two that we need to talk about. So an opponent's defensive stat can't really stop your true damage. Final damage bonus and sharp blade are just fancy ways of saying a different damage type. Pretty much true damage just kind of ignores regular damage, and it has like, it's basically like its own stat of damage. And then if you look at like the defensive stat, you'll see that we have like final damage reduction, reduces a character's true damage, and then steel bone affects final damage taken. So these are like the counteractive. So like attack gets modified by an opponent's defense, and then final damage gets modified by an opponent's final damage reduction. So they could have like 1,000,000 defense. It doesn't matter how high their defense is. If you have final damage bonus of say 500 and their final damage reduction is 0, that's 500 straight damage that's going to them that they cannot stop. Another way to say different type of damage, really. And then the same thing with steel bone and sharp blade. It's just additional ways that you can do damage. Stun just means that the person can't move, can't do anything. Silence means that they cannot use their abilities, like their skills. Heal Bane, I believe this stops the character from healing. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Correct me if I am wrong in the comment section. Mobilize means your character can't move, they're just stuck. Slow means that the characters move slower when you're trying to move around. And we go on to our special stats. Hit is also known as like accuracy. It affects if your attacks go off. And then dodge affects characters' dodge rate. Hit and dodge counteract each other. Think of dodge as evade. If a character's hit is lower than the opponent's dodge, the opponent can dodge the hit. If your hit is higher than their dodge, that means your attack will go straight through and will not miss. Minion damage bonus increases the character's damage dealt to minions. This would be like the PvE content. Minions are just like kind of blanketed all of the computer generated enemies. Then you have boss damage, increased damage dealt to bosses. Bosses are, you know, pretty obvious. They have those big long health bars. Then you have your healing bonus, your healing affinity, increased character's healing received, increases a character's healing effect. Healing bonus would be if you're like a musician and you're healing your teammates. Healing affinity would be if you're just any character, and the higher your healing affinity is, the more healing you will receive from someone, say like a musician who's a healer class. Then we have N attack damage bonus, increases characters N attack damage. I'm not 100% sure what this one is. I think it's normal attack damage bonus. And then luck affects the drop rate of orange and golden gear. Luck is really important when you're doing stuff like Wizard of Oz, trying to get like those legendary gears to drop. Combat stats, these are pretty self-explanatory. Assassin damage bonus, increased characters damage to an assassin. All these are like strictly good for PvP. This has no effect on PvE content at all. And then you have stuff like Assault, increases damage dealt in PvP gameplay, and then Withstand. These two go hand in hand. So remember how we were talking about attack and defense counteract each other. And then the other two is like final damage bonus, final damage reduction, sharp blade, steel bone. Those are like the counteractive of those two. Assault increases your damage dealt in PvP, while Withstand reduces damage taken in PvP. So those kind of counteract each other. If someone's assault is higher than an opponent's Withstand, that is the difference that the opponent will take. Elemental stats. This is going to depend on your different classes. You'll see that the element that your class uses is highlighted in green. We are a warrior. You'll see we have light attack and light pen. Buffing water attack or wind attack does absolutely nothing if your character doesn't do that type of elemental damage. But for resistance, it doesn't matter what class you are, resistance is good. Just means that it's an amount of damage you'll take. Again, this is the same thing, attack versus defense. It would be a light attack versus the opponent's light resistance. You have 50 for your light attack and they have 0 for lighter resistance. That means that's 50 damage they're gonna take. That's it. They just kind of counteract each other. It's just taking this number and taking that number. There's a lot of that in this game. But that's pretty much it. I hope you have a better understanding of kind of how this works. It seems overwhelming at first, but once you understand that everything is just kind of like a fancier way of saying attack and defense, then you kind of understand it. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. Stay happy, stay safe, my friends. I'll see y'all there. Peace.